Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I am Dr. Meenal Ladda. So let's start our lecture today about lines and angles. So in order to understand lines, let's take an example. All of us know what is a torch, right? So let me draw one torch over here. So let's see what do we have with us. Suppose if I draw a torch here. Now this torch would give us some light. All of us know light travels in a straight line. So your light would look something like this. It will start from this point where, in fact, some point from here, from this torch, and it will move in the horizontal direction, and it will keep on moving till its reach, right? So this would be some ray of light, and we simply call this thing as ray. Now suppose we have the same torch and one person is holding this torch onto this side, and we have a second torch of a similar kind. So we have person number 1 standing here holding up this torch, and we have another person here which is standing just opposite to this person here and holding another torch of the same kind on the same just opposite to this one, right? So now both the torches, they would give you some ray. This ray would start from this point and it will go like this forever, and another one would start from here and it will go in this direction, right? Obviously they will exactly lie on top of each other. So from here we see that if some third person is standing here or somewhere outside and is looking at the event, then that person would see that we have a ray. In fact, we have a line which is moving in both the directions equally. So we call this thing as a line, right? So this is line. Now suppose we have an infinite string. Obviously we do not have an infinite string. Suppose we have some string with us which is quite long. From the string, this is the usual string which we use for stitching clothes, right? Now if we take some portion of the string, suppose I cut it from here and here. So now what do I have? I have some small portion of this line. Whole of this is known as line. And if I take a small portion of this thing, this would be known as a line segment, right? So we have a line segment where I put two dots at the end and some line in between, right? So it is basically a portion of the line. So this is about, we have studied about ray, we have studied about line, and we have studied about a line segment, right? Now let's come to the topic of angles. Now let's see what are angles. In order to understand this thing, let me first take the example of scissors. Suppose you have a scissor, right? You have a pair of scissors. One scissor is closed, right? And another scissor that is an open scissor. And you are asked and required to answer this question, that what is the difference between these two scissors? So how would you tell the answer? You would say this one is closed and this one is open. So now in order to differentiate this, you would tell someone that we have something here which would measure that the two arms of the scissor, they are some distance away from each other. So how would you measure this distance? So we measure this through angles. We measure this through angles. So what is an angle here? In this case, what is the angle? There is no angle here in this case. Why? Because both the arms of the scissor, they lie on top of each other. So angle in this case is 0 degree, as we say. And in this case, it would be some angle greater than 0 degree and it is less than 90 degrees. So in this case, we have some angle which is lying between 0 degree and 90 degrees. So that means whatever is this thing, the angle, the measure here, that is the angle for this. You can take another example. Suppose we have some door with us, right? Or some window with us, and it is open a bit. Now you are asked and required to tell how much it is open. So how can you tell it? So you'll basically take one door, one front of that particular window, then you push that so that it would be closed. So how much would you push it, or how much would it rotate in order to be closed? So that is the measure, and that is the angle that we wanted to measure here. So particularly this is what we wanted to measure here in terms of angles. So we'll measure it through angles. So we usually denote this angle by the symbol theta. You could use any other symbol in order to denote the angle, right? This is one notation which is used in order to represent angles. And in fact, we have many kind of angles with us. We have acute angle, we have obtuse angle, we have right angles, and the list is so more. We have reflex angles, we have complementary angles, we have supplementary angles, we have supplementary angles, and the list, we have straight angles, we have corresponding angles, we have alternate angles, and we have many more kind of angles with us. The list is increasing, right? So we can discuss all of these angles in detail in the next video. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.